This is a live look at David Booth Memorial Stadium in Lawrence, Kansas. Is there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday? And we continue with this one. It's the Arizona State Sun Devils and the Kansas Jayhawks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Guys, this kind of matchup is always a challenge. Coach told me bringing a team in here on the road can be hard. He understands that the quarterback of his defense, his safety, could be having an up-and-down game here today. He's playing against his former team, transferred out, and that never causes great feelings. But he is confident that he was able to lock in and do the job that he was sent here for today. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Jayhawks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Arizona State's offense will get first crack at it today. And now the junior transfer wide receiver. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And what a treat, man. We get to see an elite wide receiver, a master at his craft perform today. And obviously, nobody in the seats are surprised, right? Because this university continually pumps out guys at the spot. But Jesse, I love the way this dude performs. I'm excited to watch him live.
You know, it was amazing. The three of us were walking around the facility yesterday, and you're just seeing all the names of receivers and all the memorabilia and the jerseys and the Biletnikoff Awards. The tradition at the position at receiver at this school throughout college football history has just been elite. And
caught, and he's got room. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
And the Sun Devils with the 1st and 10. A give to Brown. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
To the air, it's Boley. Gets open down the middle. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure.
Wide open spaces. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Jayhawks offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. There's the talented Isaiah Marshall. He's coming off a tough day in which he threw a couple of interceptions and only one touchdown pass. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on first down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
The Jayhawks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The run inside. It's Edwards. Across the 10, got it out to the 14. That's a gain of 5.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Here comes the heat. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in 3rd and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Here's Brown to begin the drive. There he goes. He's at the 20. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. They're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
Coming out with it, it's Parker. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Grab behind the line. It's McMillan. At the 45 on his way. Smashes ahead. Speeding down the left side. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. The defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
They'll start on the ground with Brown. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
How about that defense in the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Makes a grab and room to run. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down. The Sun Devils come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Quarterback will keep it. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just know where to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Back to pass, it's Boley. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And this offense continues to flex on this defense. Last drive, man, it was the big play, right? The explosive plays that led to the touchdown. Now, man, they're sustaining the drive. They're showing you balance, really doing a good job of checking all the boxes in all the situations.
We're only through one. These quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So first down here as they go back to work. Quick release by the QB. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And the Sun Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give running right, Brown. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And this offense, right, they are in a groove. They are in a rhythm, just finding themselves play after play. Everything they're dialing up right now is working. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm not changing a thing. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing because this defense has had zero answers.
Looking for a man. It's Boley. Here's a heat. Zings it complete to the right. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Run in the red zone, it's Brown. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, ASU.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Jayhawks rock out to start this drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. The sure hands, it's McMillan. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Marshall. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. And the Jayhawks getting set on 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's McMillan. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Gets it to him on the screen. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. The Jayhawks want to crank the tempo. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Ready to fire from the pistol. RPO complete to open the drive. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Hand off for Brown. There's some room. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Snags it, and there's running room. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Now it's a 1st down from the 43-yard line. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. action on first down. Pressure coming. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
And the Jayhawks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off play action. Catch in the middle, it's McMillan. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. To the air, it's Marshall. Trying to beat the D deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, quarterback trying to get aggressive, trying to take a shot deep down the field, but just not on the same page with his wide receiver as the pass falls incomplete.
Punt is in the air. Hauls it in, looking for space. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Here comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to...
Breaks into the open. Picks up the first down. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
A little floater there that falls incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. With the catch, it's Harris. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. The Sun Devils want to pick up the tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw. It's Bowling. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Timeout taken by the Sun Devils, their first of 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. This will likely be the last play of the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin our coverage with Florida State taking on the number 9 team, the Alabama Crimson Tide.
And the Sun Devils will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Coach Leipold told me coming out of the locker room, their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the third quarter. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. One guy, two guy, three guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Dropping back, it's Marshall. Oh, they're after him. He'll pull it down and run. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And that's really a lot of what we saw in the first half by this defense. We knew coming into the football game, man, this guy's got dynamite. Like, he's got the explosive ability to make plays, throwing the football and running. And kudos to this defense. They've been dialed in, locked in, not giving up the big plays on the ground, understanding he's a threat, and playing him like that.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Here's Brown to begin the drive. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. Turning it on! Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. A give to Brown. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. Brown again. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Off the RPO, complete. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. The Sun Devils line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Special teams coming through as they pin him back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. The Kansas offense out there poised and ready to go to work. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Just a short pass to the tight end. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker. The Jayhawks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Got it behind the line. It's Cox. Could not make his way to the corner.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Tight end now in motion. On third and short, the power run here. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Jayhawks will try to pin them back with the punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Connor.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Able to stay on his feet and get the ball to the 21-yard line.
How about the athletic ability by the big fella? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, making the INT. What an athlete.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Pickett. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Looking for a man. It's Marshall. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
Spits it out to the back. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Trying to take it back. That can be a momentum changer after the interception. Runs it back to the 37.
I love defenses that make big plays, that understand what they're trying to get from the offense, understand how to attack it, jump some of these routes, make these interceptions, and then not only that, when you get the football, try to do...
Oh, he's got some space. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. The give to Brown. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. He wants it all. Touchdown, Sun Devils. He got it right inside the pylon. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Kansas offense returns to the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
It really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's 2nd and 2. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cox. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Now the play fake. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He'll pull it down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground. Get what you can get and live to play another day.
Takes a handoff. It's Edwards. Makes a pass to Marker. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Looking to pass. It's Marshall. And they can't make the connection.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. Fourth down coming.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though.
It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced... over. The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the fourth quarter. You got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive, and so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
Got enough for the first. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. First down and 10. Running inside. It's Brown. Could be an alley. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's a give to Robinson. On the move at the 30. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Sun Devils, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Brown. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run out of the gun here with Robinson. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. They've got this game in hand, but maybe there's some bad blood. They want to rub it in a bit. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. After this, it'll be a wrap. looking downfield, it's Marshall. A deep throw as the clock winds down. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got